Do you ever feel like someone's comment or behavior ruins your entire day? One passive-aggressive remark, one sarcastic tone, one look that feels off, and suddenly you're spiraling. You can't focus. You replay the moment. You get tense, irritated, stuck in your head. Then it spills out. You snap at someone who didn't deserve it. You get short with your partner. You fire off a text with a little more bite than it needed, and now you're the one acting out of character. You're the one who seems angry for no reason. The worst part? The person who triggered it, they've already moved on. Meanwhile, you're still carrying the weight. You tell yourself not to take it personally. You try to brush it off, but it still gets in, again and again. It feels like your emotions are being controlled by whoever you run into that day. But what if they couldn't touch you? What if their words, their energy, their attitude meant nothing unless you let it? In this video, you'll learn how to stop getting emotionally hijacked by other people, how to respond with calm, not anger, and how to take back control of your inner state for good. Let's get into it. 1. Feel and be. You are not your emotions. You're the one experiencing them. That distinction changes everything. When anger hits, most people become it. That's when it controls you. Your tone, your actions, your decisions. But what if, instead, you created space? Anger is just a sensation, a spike of heat in your chest, a tightening in your jaw, a rush of tension in your body. It's not dangerous. It's just data. Your job isn't to suppress it. Your job is to see it clearly. Use the name it to tame it technique. Call it out like a scientist. I feel pressure in my chest. That's frustration. My stomach's tight. That's anxiety kicking in. The moment you name the feeling, you're no longer trapped in it. You've stepped outside the storm. It's your brain's way of saying, hey, something feels off. That's it. A signal, not a command. Emotions helped your ancestors survive. So pause, feel it, name it, then move forward like the one in charge. 2. Understand. Your reaction is always your choice. Between stimulus and response, there is a space, and in that space lies your freedom. Viktor Frankl. Someone says something rude, you feel the spark, but here's the truth. Anger is a fire, and you're the fuel. Without your reaction, it dies out. People can say or do anything, but they can't make you mad. That part is on you. Instead of thinking, they made me angry, say, I noticed irritation arise. I chose not to feed it. This isn't weakness. It's control. You're not avoiding the emotion. You're managing it before it manages you. Reframe it. I refuse to be manipulated by my emotions, because every time you say, they made me feel, you're handing them the remote to your mood. Your emotions are yours to own, not theirs to control. Take full responsibility. Ask yourself, am I handing them my peace right now? If the answer's yes, pause, breathe, reflect, write it down if you need to. You don't need to fight the emotion, you just need to stop fueling it. Awareness is freedom. Use it. 3. Breathe before you break. When tension hits, your brain wants to react fast, but fast doesn't mean smart. The moment you feel anger, your focus splits. Part of you is thinking about what's happening. The other part is flooded with fear, judgment, or self-doubt. Now your mind is clouded. Your working memory, what you need to think clearly, is offline. And if you respond in that state, your brain learns, I can't be trusted under pressure. Control the breath. Control the mind. Here's what most people miss. Your breathing drives your emotions. Shallow, fast breaths keep you on edge. Slow, deep breaths tell your body, we're safe, we're good. Use this reset technique anytime tension rises. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for a brief pause. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Just one cycle can bring your mind back online. It calms your nervous system and gives you back that space to choose your response. Don't let your breath follow your emotions. Let your emotions follow your breath. Pause, breathe, then respond like someone in control. 4. Drop the script. Let people be who they are. Expectations are the root of all suffering. You get angry because you expect people to act a certain way, your way, to be kind, to be thoughtful, to understand you without having to explain. But here's the reality. They won't. People behave based on their story, not yours. They were raised differently, taught differently, hurt differently. You don't know their full context. You're seeing the surface, not the storm underneath. And if you grew up with their exact life, their pain, culture, conditioning, you might act the same way they do. So when someone acts out, remember, they're not doing it to you. They're acting from who they are right now. Reframe it. They're acting from their nature. I'll respond from mine. You stop trying to control people and start controlling your response. 5. Let go of being right. Embrace the gray. Anger often comes from one thing, black and white thinking. They're wrong, I'm right. They're selfish, I'm reasonable. They're the problem, I'm the victim. But life isn't black and white. It's gray, messy, complicated, human. Nobody is completely good or bad. Nobody is always right or always wrong, including you. When you cling to being right, you shut down understanding. You turn every disagreement into a battlefield. And even if you win, you walk away drained, tense, disconnected. Letting go of being right isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It means you value truth over ego, connection over control, peace over pride. Because most of the time, the fight isn't about the topic, it's about identity, about proving you're smart, capable, or not to blame. Real freedom comes when you stop needing to be right and start being okay in the gray. 6. Everyone is your teacher. If life isn't black and white, then people aren't either. The same person who frustrates you might also be teaching you something important. That rude coworker? They're testing your patience. The selfish friend? They're helping you define your boundaries. The judgmental relative? They're reminding you to stay rooted in your own path. When you lock into black and white thinking, you label people as bad and close the door on growth. But when you step into the gray, you start asking better questions. What can I learn here? What's this reaction trying to show me? Instead of judging someone's worst trait, try to spot one thing you can respect, or at least learn from. This shift pulls your attention away from blame and toward growth. And here's the bonus. When you see others as teachers, not threats, you stop resenting them. You stop carrying that anger. 7. Purposeful action. If you don't have a clear purpose, someone else's emotion will decide your next move. Most people walk into difficult moments without a plan, so when tension hits, they default to ego. They argue to win, attack to defend, speak just to be heard. But when you have a specific, defined purpose, everything changes. You stop reacting, you start directing. Purpose is a clear target. I want to keep this relationship strong. I want to express my boundary calmly. I want to leave this conversation with clarity. Without that target, you shoot blind. But with purpose, even your silence is strategic. Purpose turns reaction into response, tension into direction, and emotion into momentum. Thanks for staying till the end. Hit subscribe.